Burning Man 2018. The theme is I, Robot. Recently, I reported that the Google founders chose their CEO by taking him to Burning Man, a ritualistic New Age event of desolation. And recently, Burning Man has released their plans for 2018, appropriately theming the Black Rock-based event I, Robot. Here's what they say about the event originally posted on burningman.org. This year's art theme will focus on the many forms of artificial intelligence that permeate our lives, from the humble algorithm and its subroutines that sift us, sort us, and surveil us, to automated forms of labor that supplant us. Are we entering a golden age that frees us all from mindless labor? Everything, it seems, depends on HMI, the human-machine interface. In a world increasingly controlled by smart machines, who will be master and who will be the slave? They continue, and yet, if we turn the telescope around and regard the capacity of robots to process the information and draw conclusions from almost unlimited databases, it becomes possible to imagine a solipsistic world in which most of our friends or even all of our friends will be robots. We would be surrounded by a slave labor force. Having outsourced our minds, we might choose to outsource ourselves. Who doesn't want a friend who mirrors one's own opinion of oneself? Already it appears we may be moving in this direction. Consumerism makes us crave convenience and seek instant gratification, pointing toward an automated future shorn of human contact. The allure of immortality and godlike powers is as old as God. The Greeks, who more or less invented humanism, had a word for this. They called it hubris, making it the basis of all tragedy. This enduring fantasy is lately clothed in cyber togs. It is said that computational power is increasing exponentially, much like the singularity that created the universe, and charts and numbers are employed to predict the point in time at which this supra-intelligence will take over. This is a millenarian idea, sometimes called the rapture of the techies. And like all such schemes, it is essentially a religious concept now dressed in the trappings of science. In this scenario, the rule of one vast, integrated robot will exceed all human comprehension. This notion also contains an ingenious escape clause, a sort of intellectual insurance policy. Burning Man has been pioneering the post-work world for decades. What would you do if you could do what you wanted, and not what you had to do to make a living? Reawakening those desires is a transformative experience. 2018 seems to be dubbed the Year of Robotics, as even the Olympics this year will be including robots to replace jobs like security. Not only that, but Hanson Robotics Sophia has actually been granted citizenship in Saudi Arabia and continues to call for humanoid rights. The fourth industrial revolution is the planned downfall, using artificial intelligence and other technology to steal jobs and put people on a universal basic income under a ruling class. This scheme has been discussed openly by tech giants, the United Nations, and the World Economic Forum, just to name a few. And their warnings should not be taken lightly. Burning Man is just another way to indoctrinate the people into wanting that future. Their new age.